Okay, and we're back. It's a couple of days later for me. The same day for you, if you're just letting the playlist run as intended. My wife's out of the house for a while, so I'm in a game for a bit. Let's do this thing. Alright, day 7 down, day 8 up, $355 quota. Let's change the station. Do I like that? That sounds good. You know, I realize what I just said makes it sound like my wife doesn't like my gaming. She actually does approve. She even approves of this channel. It's just, I like to do this while I am alone. Yeah, cool. Alright. Okay, so this is going to be a little rough. We may or may not be able to do this. But we'll get our orders up. Oop, that's wrong. Ooh, A301, that is awfully tempting. So our objective here for today is to get all three of the certs at once, which is 1170, I believe I worked out. I think that says 800, I think that says 250, and I can't quite read it, but I think that says 120. So assuming I can do arithmetic, which is iffy, we should need $1,170. Alright, we're going to write down all of these. We're just going to grab as many as we can. A301. And so hopefully we won't have to spend too much time hiding from our special friend. I like that these are in... like, what do we call this? The warehouse, the section, the bay? Like that these first two are in Bay 1. We'll work out the nomenclature eventually. I am on call at work tonight, so unfortunately, I do not actually know when or if I will be getting called in. So I'm doing this now. We are doing our holiday event where I work, which means my hours are a little weird and a little late. Okay. Today, however, I do not intend to spend much time complaining about my job. Okay, we will go round the outside for the first one. See, I told you I was going to make that joke again. Oh, you know what? We can buy cat food. We can buy cat food. We have money. I'm more concerned with... what am I more concerned with? We need to finish the game. Oh, cruddy is right there. Okay. I'm more concerned with making progress than I am with completing the challenges, ultimately. Okay, our target is right there. And of course we can't go straight to it. I gotta see if I can find an answer as to how well that thing can hear us moving around. Alright. Here it is. It's a box of chicken. Or else the company's called chicken. Let's, not go out that way. Let's go down... yep, ominous whispering. Basically essential for any horror game we play on the channel, I feel. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? Oh. Can we just... Is this line useful? Like, I've always kind of ignored it because it's the only place to be up here. We don't have to go anywhere else? Okay, H. If I wasn't trying to be somewhat efficient, I would just follow this line and see where it goes. Kind of looks like it goes all over the warehouse, though. Which makes sense, because it's some kind of guideline. Where is he? There. He's coming our way, of course he is. Nope. Okay. H1. Well, H301. Fortunately, the creature appears to be hard of hearing. Did I go the wrong way? No, okay. Okay, back down. I-305. We've been doing a pretty good job of avoiding the monster. Don't do that. Don't throw a product off the shelves. That's not safe and it's bad for the product. No, we already got the ominous whispers like just a minute ago. You gotta stop. Okay, T. It's going pretty well. I did not do the math on how many of these we need to do. It's going to be like 11? 11 or 12. So we should maybe be able to do it. Of course, you know, how much money are we spending on cat food to make that happen? T304. But so far we haven't had to hide from the monster. He said, ruining it for everyone. You know, I've been saying we'd get the running shoes as our upgrade if we have to sacrifice something, but I might actually do the backpack. Because it's not running away from the monster that's costing us all our time, it's having to run in one package at a time. And X. Yeah, this is what's going to force us to move forward, is the fact that we just don't have enough time. Well, this is an interesting experiment, at least. It's been a while since I've just played with a game to see what I could make it do. Something I used to do all the time as a kid, just poke into every corner of the map just to see what was there, but I don't do that anymore. And of course, it's easy to say, oh, I'm an adult, I don't have time to game anymore. Obviously, I have some time to game. I am spending it here with you, which is awesome, by the way. It's just, I think I've just spent too much time peering behind the curtain when gaming, figuring out how the games work, and it kind of takes the mystery out of it. That's our first 5 packages in. Whoa, whoa, why? What was that? Hang on, let me toss these in here, and then tab over real quick. No, everything seems to be fine. Alright, cool. Let's bag him and tag him. Any Mass Effect fans in the audience? I used to be. Oh, I almost made an error. That would have been silly. I just cannot be bothered to play the rest of Mass Effect. I played the first one, that was it. I played the first one a lot. I did every possible permutation of the original Mass Effect. And so that's another game I have a hard time going back and playing. Another? I haven't told you about any others. Mainly like old BioWare games. Like, I can't play Knights of the Old Republic anymore. I played it too much. I've done everything that can be done with that game. So I guess there's some kind of re-release coming out, and I don't know if I'm gonna bother. Okay, we're a little less than halfway there. Let's see what we can do here. I'm trying to click on the smiley face for some reason. Okay. So let me cross out the old orders. Okay. We got an E. We got an L. I think as long as we keep not having to hide from the monster, we will be good to just keep rolling. We are less than halfway into our cat here. Happiness, not hunger. The cat is fine. It just demands attention. Which is very catly of it. I don't know why I'm scanning. There's only one more tag to look at. Okay, something like that. Alright, let's start with E. You know, it's a little tedious making the same runs in the same environment over and over, but it's a challenge, so it's going to be a little weird. And I don't do challenges very often. Not even for my own enjoyment. Oh, well that's convenient. It's another box of chicken. And if we're just real diligent about heading away from the sound of wet footsteps, we'll be fine. Everything will be fine. We will all be fine here. How will you be? If you answered anything other than fine, report to HR for mandatory sensitivity training. We had our company-wide HR training recently, which is not the best use of our time, but I understand why they're doing it. It's a liability thing. So that when someone inevitably calls someone else a slur on the job, because that's just how humans are, management can say, well, we told you not to. We have to watch the same video every time, and it's not a good video. But this time, something interesting happened. I actually met one of the guys from... What is happening here? There. From the HR video. They came through my workstation, and I was like, oh, you're real. I assumed you were an actor that the company had hired to perform in the video, but no, that was actually one of our employees. What are you doing? You're not allowed to be over there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, there have been some changes in the AI since the last time I played this. That's actually a problem. I'm gonna assume it can't come all the way in here, right? And it was just weird. It's like, you can't be here, you don't exist. Oh. Haven't heard that noise before, I don't think. It's completely meaningless, of course. See, but this is what I'm talking about with my gaming experience. I know how the games work. So a lot of things just don't affect me. If you've been watching my channel, you know that one of the first things we do when we're playing a horror game is figure out, do the spooky noises mean anything? Or is it just background? And the moment you realize it's just background, it stops working. Mostly. Some noises are just plain disturbing. I don't know, maybe this is normal, and it's just because I didn't spend this much time up here last time. Because, of course, the last time I played this on the channel, it was just a straight play. You know, we upgraded our guy, we got downstairs, and we got out of here. So it could be that it's perfectly normal for the monster to range a little further as time goes on. Yeah, I saw that. See, now if I'm just real careful and diligent, we could get through this entire day without having to hide from the monster. I thought I saw it, but I think it was just a flavor creature. Yeah, sure, that's what we'll call them. I guess I'm glad the warehouse isn't actually filled with dangers. That might make this just annoying to play. Like, the monster itself is bad enough. This one's in the first bay. Listen for plapping. Not that plapping, though. That's the wrong plap. There it is. See, when it does that, it kind of makes you think it's coming for us, but it's not. It's just making noise. Yep. We actually got a bit of time here. So I suspect we're going to have to make one more run. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a 2-section order. But probably not. Do you mind? That is actually wasting my time. Okay. Let's see how well we do here. If we have to feed the cat to make quota, we will feed the cat to make quota. Because you're just starving all the time, aren't you? Yes, yes you are. You're nothing but skin and bones. You're basically on the verge of death. I'm amazed by how well this is going. And see, the thing is, obviously, if we were buying the tools, then it would be much easier to get all the certs right away. And if we were buying the certs, it would be a little easier to buy all the tools. The fact that I'm trying to do both at once is what's causing us all this trouble. See, when I do challenges, I like to try to knock off as many things as I can all at once. Because I don't really want to do 8 runs on this just to achievement hunt. Okay. We need to do one more. We are $2 short. Okay, neat. That is really something. Come on. Yes, look at that. N2, N2. All right, baby. We are doing good. Let's hit that right now. Okay, N2. Let my stamina recover. On the move. We'll be accompanied by that ominous droning of the cast slowly wasting away. Wait a minute. Sounds are coming from different places now. Ah, crud. It knows I'm in a hurry now, so it's going to stalk me more aggressively, I bet. Is the creature also a cat? Is it just a really big cat with a weird head? I tell you, those crossings are what make me nervous, when we have to go through the empty places between sections. Okay, that was easy. It's another box of chicken. I could go for some fried chicken right now. It's pretty rare that I could ever not go for some fried chicken. Okay, we made it. Now then, that will also let us get all the certs we need. Why did I do that? Do we think we have time to do one more? Let's do V3. I have to make sure that my V's and U's are distinct. Okay. Maybe this is a good idea, maybe it isn't. We'll find out. I think it's a great idea. Since I'm the one who's channeled what this is, I am always correct. Yes. You want to be right all the time? Start your own channel. In fact, do start your own channel. And then tell me about it so I can go watch it. Yep, get out of here. B303. 1, 2, 3. It's a little stereo system. Little boombox. I never had a proper boombox. There was no reason for it. I wasn't going to be carrying that thing around with me, so who cares? Alright. We'll send this one off, and then we'll see how lucky we get with the next poll. Oh, polls! Good, it's like our job as a gacha game. Where the prize is continued employment. It's F3, I don't want to go for that one. Alright. We're done. We're done for the day. We passed our quota by a decent margin. Which will enable us to buy all the certs tomorrow and some cat food. Now, oh good, I get to sleep with the cat. That's always nice. This doesn't look terrible. We got this relatively heavy comforter on here. I can't really tell. That's the bare floor, isn't it? No? No, there's like a carpet. There's a carpet under there. This is our mattress? Why is it crumpled like that? Fix your mattress. You savage. We got enough pillows. This doesn't look terrible. I imagine it's warm enough. This is a pretty small space, although these gigantic openings. I wish we could close these off. Well, anyway. Too bad. Yes, yes, we did very well. I'm a very good employee. You should promote me and give me lots of bonuses. That's what you should do. We are actually picking this up, right? Yes, good. It would be a tragedy if all this got missed. 435. Not a load more than the day before. But, 1277. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try this. Basement cert. There we go, and I got an achievement for that, because there were not achievements in the game last time I played this. Well, they came in partway through my run, as I said. Okay, so... there we go, we got the achievement for buying all the certs. Fantastic. We don't have enough to buy all the cat foods, so let me just... crud. I forgot there are consequences for my actions. We're going to B2. We're going to B2 right out the gate. Okay, that is not ideal. We actually don't need to do this. We actually don't need to do this. And how long have I been recording? Okay. Okay. We are going to go straight to HR and get the code. That's the plan. That's what we're going to try right now. Here we go. Wait, hang on a sec. HR is red. That tracks. For the blood of the employees. Okay. That's right, we don't actually need to do anything now that we're down here. Oh, he's right there! This is cheating. This is cheating. If I have to repeat the day because of this, I'll be annoyed. Okay, you know what? There is actually another way through here. I remember now. We don't have to sit here and wait for the birthday boy to slowly stump his way away from us. Okay. Now, we are safe as long as we're in here. We need to get in there, and I think we can get there through either path. He's going away from us. Yeah, what am I doing? We don't need to make any more money at this point. We just need to get the code and leave. And we should have enough cat to do that. Alright, here we go. Now, I believe the code is just in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Code for current month. Now, I believe 1408. We're going to write that down over here. I believe that's the code no matter what. I think that was the code last time. So let's, first of all, for right now, let's just get the achievements I'm trying to get. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we'll go this way then. I'm flexible. Not as flexible as I used to be, because I'm getting older, of course. Oh no! We were doing so well. That's okay, we should have plenty of time to get back up where we want to be. Doing this without the flashlight is a little bit of a problem. So just sneaky sneak. I think he's despawned. I think he's despawned. That doesn't mean I'm not going to jump at shadows. Okay. Fantastic. Wow. Wow. Alright, so as long as you can get through the first few days, this actually isn't that much of a challenge. But not to worry. We will find other things to do. Where is he? Where is he? Yep, okay. Hi! If you make me repeat this day, I'm going to be very mad at you. Dang management reps. They get an MBA, they think they know how to do everything. But they've never worked at the company a day in their life. Not really. Alright, and now we just gotta run on in, well, run on over there. And let's hope this works. Okay. You endured 9 days in the warehouse before escaping. Now the exit is open, but some things follow, even beyond the warehouse. The past days will surely remain with you forever. And there are the credits. We're going to skip these because we already... Can I skip these? Alright, hang on, folks. I'm going to go look at my achievement list and be right back. We're not going to watch these right now. Okay, good effort, team. We did it. We did some things there. And now that we've done those things, we're going to do some more things because there are a few more achievements I wouldn't mind rounding off as long as we're still playing. Let's keep this thing going. One thing we're going to do is, for the second half of this, we're going to change the cat. I'm going to get as close as I can. That is indeed a seal point. So that's what we'll go with, and we're going to name this one Gurgi. Again, sound off in the comments if you get the reference. If you got the last one, you should get this one. And we're going to just continue from day 9. Alright, we're back on day 9 here. A lot of this music is kind of bad. I mean, it's well composed, it's just annoying in context. Alright, so now that we've done the annoying achievements there, let's do some fun ones. We're going to get everything. We're going to buy all this. Yes, we are going to buy the scanner because there's an achievement for scanning things that I don't have yet. How do I put that away again? Tool switches scroll. I just want to put it away. Cool. Alright. Scanner upgrade. Wonderful. We've upgraded from the Telzon to the Zebra. The backpack. The large backpack. The tool belt. The running shoes. Okay, great. And now, let's see. We'll try to get all the trophies. And in the meantime, we'll grab the Basement 1 cert for today. Because I still need to run... I still need to get the achievement for... Hang on, let me consult the achievements real quick. Again, I don't know, is this showing up? This is not showing up. When I bring up the Steam overlay, it doesn't show up in OBS, so that's fine. So let me just check the achievements real quick here. Do we have the one? We've got to have the one for warehouse deliveries. Yeah, okay. So, fun fact, only about 2% of players have the achievements we just earned for not buying any of the gear and for doing everything all at once. So that's fine. So we do need ship items from Basement 1, Basement 2, and HR. We need to complete day 13 and buy every item in the shop. Oh, and ship 100 orders in general. We also need to scan a bunch of orders. So we'll just do a lot of stuff here. Okay. Pick that up. Okay. Okay, we can only scan 3 of these at a time, and that is actually the last time we'll be using the scanner on each run. Because it is still more efficient for me to just write these things down and grab them all at once. I forget how many items we can hold in our backpack. 2. We can hold 2 items in our backpack, plus 1 in our hands. Which means that we can still be very efficient with this. I guess. This is probably the last time we're going to be up here on this run. So we'll just focus on making quota. Alright. Are you ready for the quality of life improvements, viewers? Also, this would probably be a good day to purchase all the cat food at once and knock off that achievement. Yeah, we're achievement hunting. Not something I do a lot these days, just can't be bothered. You know, I look at a game and I think, I really like this game. Maybe I'll get all the achievements for it, and then I see that one of the achievements is going to take me, 100 hours to do just on its own. I'm like, hey, I would actually really like to play other games as well. So that's not going to happen. Long, tedious achievements are what stop me from 100%ing games. I can't even tell you off the top of my head which games I have 100%ed. Alright, an M section. See how much better this is? Oh, pardon me, that was M2. Look at us being able to see what we're doing and flee the monster. And he's an idiot, and he can't hear very well, so he doesn't even realize we're just right here for the killing of. I did restart the recording, right? Yes, we're going to be checking the recording a lot this time, I guess. Microphone's plugged in, pretty sure. It looks like my mic's recording. Excuse me. Good thing I don't care if this gets broken. Good thing that's not a game mechanic. Hey, big guy. This cat was a 20-pound ragdoll, 20-something. Absolutely enormous critter. That tuxedo I showed you before, she was his sister. Because cats can do that. Did you know this? Mama cats can become pregnant more than once at a time, and so they can have babies of different breeds. In the same litter. Mama got around a little bit. Oh, I just got the joke that we have to scan 66 orders. Does this count? I don't know, man. We'll just keep doing it. Is it working? I don't know. Keep doing it and see if anything happens. We'll go for this E. EKP, I guess. Sure, why the heck not? It doesn't matter. At this point, we're just kind of doing stuff for the sake of doing it. Okay, we got 3 more loaded up. Let's go. See, the thing is, we kind of have to waste time now, because I want to get the Day 13 achievement, and I want to ship a bunch of orders. But this is fine. This is just a hangout, you know? If this is going up on Christmas when it should be, I worked yesterday. I am, in the future tense right now, scheduled to work on Christmas Eve. I have a standing policy with my workplace is that I will open on holidays, I will not close on holidays, because let me tell you, nothing ruins my Christmas more than having to leave it to go to work. I had to do that once ever, and that was enough of that. Turns out, like a lot of people, I value spending time with my friends and family more than I value making sure the company makes a bunch of money on a holiday. Weird, right? Yeah, holiday pay. But you know what? How much is that time and a half really worth, right? Of course, I've never been in imminent danger of ending up on the street. I imagine if I were, I'd be a lot more willing to work on holidays. If you're watching this on a holiday and you're at work, let me know down in the comments so I can commiserate with you. Or if you're at work on a holiday while you're watching this and you're totally fine with that, let me know so that I can, I don't know, I guess congratulate you on your odd psychology. Holidays are important, man. Celebrations are important anyway. I can't think of a single culture group that doesn't have some kind of holiday celebration. Alright, cool. We got a couple of 2-section orders here. That makes our job a little easier. Not even going to worry too much about organizing these. Well, by default, I have ended up alphabetizing them. Though I should really also be copying down the codes. I mean, yes, I could put those in the scanner, but then I would have to bring up the scanner and reference the scanner. I'm going to do X section, just because that one's been sitting there for a minute. That one's got an interesting code. I kind of like it when they do diagonal swoopies like that. That's fun for me. Alright, get out the scanner. I hope that's what it means by scan orders, because that's what I'm doing. Alright, O section. O row? Section 2? Man, I don't know. What's good terminology for this? Hi, I was not paying any attention. I was distracted thinking about nomenclature. Hi, you can go now. I'm gonna shine my flashlight in your stupid face. Yeah, get out of here. Boy, I sure am glad I'm a functional employee with a working brain who can actually do things around this warehouse. I actually do know some people with business degrees who are not completely terrible, but those people are all personal friends of mine, so I'm inclined to give them a lot more leeway. But the random management types that I have to deal with who are like, well, I've got a degree in marketing, so I think I know best how to provide customer service. It's like, well, I know best how to skin you alive and wear it as a suit. But I don't see how that's relevant here. Yeah, we're just going to let that statement hang in space for a while. Love. Special? I don't know, man. I don't care. Add protection before closing. Just generally good advice. First tape and then sticker. Absolutely essential. What kind of psychopath would try to do the steps out of order? I mean, really. Like, here. Interesting. Doesn't seem to make a difference because these things don't overlap. In fact, hear me out, viewers. Oh, I can't. Oh, no. Never mind, I almost ruined it trying to screw around. Okay, well, we're not there yet. But obviously we will get there. The last couple of achievements, the cat toys and finishing before day 6, we're going to do at the end. Do I want to 100% this game? Is that the challenge we're doing this season? Maybe I'll 100% this game. Maybe that's what we'll end up doing here. I don't know, we'll see what I end up feeling like spending time on. O section again. I kind of like going down the middle. It is, I think, slightly more efficient than going down the sides. Yeah, whatever, we'll grab this U section. Why the heck not? I don't care. It's actually making very little difference. Okay, we're going to K2. You know, I've never climbed a mountain. I've climbed on mountains. And if that statement made no sense to you, I apologize. Nope, that's wrong. Uh-huh. Yep, no running in the warehouse. What did I just say? Ugh, that one is going to get me every time. That one's cheating. Oh no, is it going to happen again? Okay. Ooh, are we going for 3 little desktop radios here? It's actually kind of surprising that whatever company this is lets the employees have radios at their desks. Wait. Yes, U3. There we go. Nope, U302. Oh good, it's another gift. Somebody who works in an office must be having a birthday. The monster isn't really even a threat to us. And honestly, it never is, if you're careful. The monster's really only a threat if you get careless. See, careful, careless. You can see how those words are opposites. And if English is not your native language, I apologize. That was a weird thing for me to say. But also, I don't know how to express that statement in any other language. Alright, we're going again. H2. I love it that we're getting orders from the middle section. I wonder, what are the odds that we can get one from the front section after day 1, or after day 2, I guess. Not very high, but there must be a chance since we're still getting middle section orders after this long. We got an M. I always write my zeros with slashes down the middle when I'm filling out paperwork. It's, I think it's something that used to be a lot more common. It just helps distinguish between zeros and O's. See, and this is the thing, what really doesn't help is that so many people say O when they mean 0. And so if we're dealing with an alphanumeric string, that becomes really relevant. So I'm always very careful to distinguish between O's and zeros. Okay, something just fell down in the house near me. Not something I want when I'm playing a spooky game. I have no idea what that could have been. But it was in an area of the room where it's impossible for a big-headed warehouse monster to sneak up behind me, so we're just going to ignore it. And listen, if I die suddenly and someone finds this recording, please edit it and upload for me. There was a guy on the forklift. Pretty sure. Like, don't let my sudden death be for nothing. Finish the game, okay? Oh, he's a dinosaur. A dinosaur. Any Jurassic Park fans in the audience? Silly question. Nope, no, stop that. Unsafe. I am on a walkway. An elevated walkway. I love pallet jacks. That's a weird thing to say, but I love pallet jacks. I just think it's cool that here's a crate. It's too heavy for me to lift. I slide this thing under it and give it a little shoop shoop. And now I can just roll around wherever I want. Mind, I also recently got one of those, you know, the classic red enameled stovetop Dutch ovens for the house, and I gotta tell you, that made my whole year. I'm gonna cook gumbo in it. Gonna cook a lot of things in it, but I think we're gonna inaugurate it with some gumbo. Okay, there we go. We've shipped 100 orders. Because fortunately it is still counting from my previous run. Which means that tomorrow, we're obviously going to keep running here. Well, except we don't need to. Yeah, tomorrow we'll do Basement 1. We're basically set for the whole game at this point, so we can just meet our quota. Except I want to buy the trophies, so we will keep going for now. Will we? Do we? No. Hang on, how long have I been recording? Almost an hour. We'll make a few more runs. We'll make a few more runs here. We'll keep going. Oh, look at that. We got an A2 and an E2. My goodness. Have you ever had gumbo, viewers? It is a Cajun and or Creole, depending on how you want to make that distinction, stew type food. It uses a black roux, and it is delicious. I'm gonna go for that W for all the difference it makes to us at this point. Also because of the symmetry, because the E2 has the two side ones up top, and the W has the two side ones on the bottom. You see what I'm going for there, viewers. Anyway, I'm definitely going to put sausage in my gumbo. Possibly shrimp? You know? I'm sure there are some people who would argue it's not a gumbo if it doesn't have shrimp. I cook a lot of stews. I cook a lot of things that require slow cooking. The longer something cooks, the more delicious it is. Just as a rule. Oh, for crying out loud, okay. It's like they make the warehouse difficult to navigate on purpose. I made red beans and rice recently, on a Saturday, not on a Monday. So I apologize to the purists out there, but I did use andouille, because I was able to get some at a price I was willing to pay. I think it's weird how expensive some really common meats can be. Maybe it'd be cheaper if I lived in Louisiana, I don't know. People who say Americans don't have good food, try Cajun food. And then shut up. Oh, would you look at that? Our co-workers' carelessness, sloppiness, deliberate incompetence, perhaps, has made our job momentarily easier. And that's what counts. I still got the brightness cranked all the way up. I'm gonna leave it there. Especially for when we get down into the sub-basement. You're fine. Come on, you haven't even gotten mauled in several days. I do kind of wish there was one more backpack upgrade so I could grab all 5 tags at once. Of course, this way lies madness, right? If we have a 5-item backpack upgrade, why not a 7-item tag rack, label rack upgrade, you know? Alright, yeah, that's close enough to an hour. I think that'll do it. So we will end the day. Hello, kitty cat. And then we'll, I'll take a break to stretch my spine back out. This is actually probably all the recording I'm going to do today, because my wife should be home soon, and then I'll have other things I need to do. But hey, you know, we'll have the series done by the time Christmas comes around. I hope you're all enjoying this. I'm going to end the day. There we go. Let's see, what are we doing for next time? Yeah, come on. Go, 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 go. We're just too efficient. 5:25 for today. All right. I'm going to take a break, and I'll see you folks in a little bit.